Okay, non-ownership rights are well described by Reed et al. In their 1996 book, which you'd all be very familiar with now. So, in addition to restrictions imposed by law, an owner may choose to restrict his absolute right of use by the granting of subordinate real rights, such as leases, rights and security, or servitudes, or by entering into some contractual agreement, such as a license. And this is a key point here. This is about how the owner of land can start to share or grant access to rights that are held within their bag of ownership rights. So these subordinate rights and other named rights are conferred by ownership of a principal land or a separate tenement, i.e. the ownership cadastral unit. And so if we get back to our kind of dartboard of rights with our principal land, and using conveyancing techniques, you can separate out these non-ownership rights, and they can be granted to a third party. So it's lease, security, life rent, burden, servitude, easement, a whole range of different right types. So each of these subordinate rights essentially is an encumbrance on the owned land, and it's a legal encumbrance which is held by a third party. So your servitude or easement, because they're essentially synonyms, tends to be where you have a cadastral unit as the benefiting party, but that is not what solely defines what a servitude or easement is, because cadastral units can also hold rights if they're burdens or other forms of legally enshrined subordinate right. So an easement or servitude is a specific legal tool. So in all instances of this, though, the benefiting party is a cadastral unit. A burden, again, is a specific legal tool, and the benefiting party can be any form of party for a burden. And each jurisdiction might have slightly different names for the legislative background to these things. So let's have a look in the next slide about how subordinate rights and third parties work.